And we are back. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hello there.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Mogar.
Mogar. I love
Mogar. Yeah. So yeah, he doesn't say hello. He just says his name.
Why you laugh at Mogar? He's like Jason Derulo.
Oh, that's perfect. Perfect. So, guys,
Matt Damon.
Matt
Damon. Sorry,
that's so good. That's so good. All right, guys. So let's. I know that last time. Yes.
I think the title still says prep.
I'm on it. I'm on it right now as we speak.
Sorry.
No worries.
I'm too eager.
You're good. You're good. So, guys, I know last time Solis was not with us, and a lot of things went down. Let's do our recap and catch everybody up that missed last week's session, Solis included. I'd like to start with Mogar, since Mogar picked up some inspiration. You went ham.
Yeah.
You went ham last week, man.
Ham.
It was
went
intense.
ham.
Yeah. So, catch me up, man. What was last week like?
Dude, it was a whirlwind. So, LO finally got back, and we were able to have moved from, well, it's really hard to recall. I remember the end more than I remember the beginning.
Sure.
The beginning, we were definitely trying to figure out what just went down with, what's his name? Lance.
Vance.
And,
Vance.
Exactly. Vance, not Lance.
Who the heck is that?
You know, Karen.
You missed fucking Lance.
Oh no, DJ missed the
Yeah, I missed
Adventure.
2 because of stupid power outage.
Oh, so we got to keep you up to 2.
Just give me like the cliff notes. You know, the
Okay,
cliff
so
notes.
basically, Lily used the Ouija board that she was not supposed to use
Lily.
right at the time. She used it because she wanted to use it ASAP because she wanted to talk to her dad, the professor. And so we were like, okay, whatever. We tried to go outside, didn't, it wasn't a good idea. We had to go back inside, went inside to this old crypt where we found all the stuff and your arrows. So
I was there for that.
And when she opened it up, what's his name?
Vance.
No. Who was the guy who?
Bart.
Bart.
Bart. Yeah, what happened to Bart?
Bart. So Bart transformed into Vance, which Vance is the Lapa.
Oh, great.
And he told us some stories, which I believe tashnarr can probably inform more about. But yeah, to speed things forward, he escaped the crypt when there was a spell not to escape the crypt. So he found out some way, somehow, that Vance, the spirit, was able to leave the crypt. And now that we have no idea where he is, where to find him. We went back to Kendra's, and now we are trying to figure out what to do next. And we figured out that we want to go to Harrowstone.
Good.
Just some things to note, okay? Bart was possessed by this thing. The thing tried to run out of the crypt and then bashed Bart's body into a ward, like a barrier, okay, which caused massive face trauma to Bart. But the spirit left his body and was able to leave the ward, the protective wards, which left Bart on the ground all fucked up. So basically, I tried to save his life. So we threw him on the back of the bear, and we decided to reconvene over at Kendra's so I could work on him, and we could kind of catch up and figure out all these items that we found, especially the Ouija board, since Nyx decided to summon a fucking spirit. Like you said, the lava.
There was one small detail missed in that, and it was because Cypress wasn't around for it. Nyx was able to spot with the planchette, basically the Ouija board eye. She was looking through the planchette, and she saw the spirit that had attached itself to Bart, who named himself as Vance, saw the same spirit attached to a black wolf that was now free and roaming through Ravengrow.
Yes, the black wolf. So we went back, and I was able to, with the help of Tash and I believe somebody else, I can't remember exactly, we were able to stabilize him, I guess. We don't know if he survived yet, but he was pretty badly bashed up. Like, we had to reconstruct his fucking eye socket and skull and stuff. Oh, it was pretty crazy.
Not ideal.
In the process, though, we were talking to Kendra, and Kendra in my opinion, seemed very weird about the Ouija board. She was holding the Ouija board a lot, like she wanted it, and like she was hanging on to it a lot. So it's made me really kind of suspicious. But apparently the spirit that went into Bart that caused him all that trauma was a spirit from the prison, or at least a person that was in the prison formerly.
Yeah.
Who is known as like pretty much a serial killer that would like lop heads off, I guess is what it was. Is that it? Lop people's head. That's what I call the lopper.
Yeah.
Killed at least 2 people.
Yeah.
So he has escaped, and he is like around basically, and he is released. Though we suspect that he may have always been released and just presented himself because the Ouija board summoned him, like to Bart, you know, since we used it. So we may not have actually released him. We may have just summoned him to our specific spot, but that's still up in the air. So right now we were just kind of deciding to rest because Mogar, I mean, he's been through a lot. He was accused of killing a lamb.
Which you remember
back into the black wolf thing. You know,
I also got a lot of what do you call it? Wounds from the fight with the worms.
Yeah, a lot of wounds. So we decided just to chill at the end and kind of recollect ourselves, see how Bart heals, and do some research in the library. And we decided to sleep there. I visited Nyx and Tash in their room and kind of talked to Nyx about being reckless and tried to kind of build a little bit of a rapport with her, which didn't end super successfully. Not that it ended badly. It just was kind of silent. We went to sleep. Well, we were awoken in the middle of the night, and I will let somebody else continue that part of the story. Maybe Nyx or Mogar, because that has more to do with them.
All right, so woken up in the middle of the night. I was completely gone out of bed. Like my character was just like busted out, gone. My hat was like still at the crime scene where I was originally with the wonderful Symarra, because we slept together, not sexually, but it was still it was still beautiful and nice.
That's a lot.
Because, you know, I'm still kind of a child, but I was gone. So, you know, Symarra wakes up.
Whoa. What do you mean because you were still kind of a child? You were showing your ass to somebody.
So are you saying if you were an adult?
No mirrors were like 16 and fucking human.
It'd been a
So
long
you were an
day
adult.
and you needed cuddles, okay?
If you were an adult, would you have slept with Symarra? Is that what you're saying? That you only didn't because you consider yourself to be a child?
No. Okay, look, Symarra, I mean, I think you're beautiful, but I don't swing that way. I think you're beautiful, but this can't happen, and I don't want you to think it's you. It just won't.
It's not me, because I don't know. It's fine.
It's not me. It's not me. That's like it's not me.
All right, anyway, so I'm taken, and then Mogar hears the door shut, and he goes frantically running around seeing if everyone's okay, and that's when they notice that I'm missing. And they're still frantically like, where is she? She must have been taken. Her hat's here. And Symarra's just like going off like she was left on her hat. And like, they're just frantic. So then Mogar is like outside pouring rain, thunder, and just trucking it because he sees me on the bridge. And I'm just like standing on the bridge with an axe and like a wolf head. And I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I'm like going to like cut my own neck. And then Mogar saves me in just the nick of time.
How did he save you?
Back to the game.
Or you could
time.
say, I'm sorry, dude. It's okay. We went for it. The nicks of time. Okay. All right.
God damn it.
As long as somebody said it, I don't care who said it.
So how
You're gonna be a great father one day, Daniel. You're gonna be a great father one day.
Yeah.
Nyx was holding
Trust
up
me, as a
severed-
father, I can tell you.
Nyx was holding up an axe and a severed wolf head, which we think was Vance, the spoopy wolf that he possessed afterwards. And then she started to slit her throat with the axe. So Mogar like jumped her and carried her off and stopped her doing it.
So is she still possessed?
I don't think she was possessed, but we're gonna find out. We don't know exactly what the crack was. And then she had on her back, in very calligraphy similar to V, an E for
It was
England.
an E, just all carved in my back, like really like all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh, it's carved in your back.
So,
Yeah,
what's her
so
name?
now I
Victoria?
have a sweet tattoo now, you know, I'm like getting up there.
Is it Visoria?
When they pulled her body out of the rain and seeing the blood covering her gown, Kendra immediately stripped the gown off of her to dry her off because she was cold to the touch. She was freezing. So after they removed the gown to dry her off, they saw scriven in her back someone had carved a almost romanticized version of the letter E into her back. Very much in the same calligraphy style writing as the V that was found on the statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well, we already know who that is, or what that means.
Do we though?
Yeah.
Do we?
We figured it out.
He's like, yeah, yeah.
It's the dude's wife. We found the name out, didn't we? Yeah.
She is called Visoriana.
So you got a V and an E so
mastermind
far,
behind all of
basically.
the murders.
Spoopy.
It is spoopy.
And we learned the wolf and the lamb story, which was the story of how the Lopper got caught after his spree of murders.
Yes.
Did he kill anybody while he was possessing whatever?
We don't know.
No, you don't actually know.
We had a nap. Like.
So that's where we are right now. Okay.
Yeah, we I think that's most of it.
This being said, for those of you that are watching at home, can we get a little love for the folks that dressed up tonight? Even if it's just something simple, it's great. They didn't have to. I was fully prepared to turn on my camera today and be the only one dressed foolishly, and these guys managed to blow me out of the water, even at the last minute notice. So thank you guys so much. I'm gonna spam some emotes. I think you guys did great today.
Aw.
I love it.
Oh, thank you. It's your birthday, man.
I have a lot of loving. Wait, we should sing.
Yeah, we should
It's
sing
your
happy birthday.
birthday. We can LARP if we want to.
Are we gonna have to count down to singing? It's gonna be awkward. Not first.
Not first. Oh, well, I'm definitely not gonna.
Okay,
go for it.
I'll join you too.
What
Not
was-
that you noticed, but like.
Dude, we got the retweet. We got a freaking luck reroll.
It's true.
Sorry.
It's true.
It gets me happy.
Dude, what is that hand on that? Is that a penis?
Where?
Where?
Who got a picture of my satyr?
Oh, dude,
that is.
yeah. What am I looking at in that picture?
Where?
How have they got
Where?
away with that one?
It's called a blunt knob.
Wait,
Oh, it's Mo. Oh, it's
Where?
it's
You got a
Twitch
picture of my
chat.
satyr, man. That's my satyr.
Wait, where are you guys looking
It's
right
it's
Uh,
in Twitch
yeah.
chat.
It's in chat.
The emotes.
Mo187 posted it.
He has blunt knob. Yep. Yep. Today is my birthday, guys. I am 31 today. If
How did that pass?
I don't even know.
I mean, if it's a partner emote, you don't necessarily have to get past.
Liam,
Until
thank you
it's
so
nice.
much, man. You guys
Ho,
were
ho,
actually
ho.
super,
Who's this?
super close to getting your follower luck reroll as well, which is pretty great.
Do it.
And we are
Happy
Three-way.
birthday to... Join me, guys. It's really awkward.
Go for it.
birthday.
Wait, are we like actually singing? Or are we like me singing?
Go ahead, Lily.
I would
Start it.
I can't actually sing. So.
Just
Happy
birthday
to you. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
Happy birthday to you, fucker!
Happy birthday, Bob.
Enjoy your day, man.
Yeah, man.
Solis
So bad.
getting it.
Still better than the girl that. Still better than
Christina Aguilera
Fergie.
shit.
Still better than Fergie. I'm just saying. Like,
Yeah.
Oh man, thank you so much. That's probably the best rendition that I've ever heard of that.
Well,
It was-
certainly the most harmonized.
Yeah,
Yes.
I will
So
say, no one has ever called me a fucker at the end of the song, which is
Good.
first time for everything.
Oh well, then you
Well,
haven't.
you're welcome, bro. You haven't met Mogar
If one of
yet,
your
dude,
good
you
friends
know?
hasn't told you happy birthday, fucker, then you haven't.
Yeah.
We don't have real friends.
Wait, you got? Does that mean Mogar's my friend?
Mogar's
Yes.
your friend.
It's
Yes.
warm under this wig, I have to tell you guys. Whew.
Perfect. I'm super excited. Thank you guys so much for all the love, all the support. It's huge. Lucicine dropped, what is that? 10,000 bits.
boom.
Boom. Thank you so much.
Boom.
That's nutty.
Boom.
The
That's
boobies.
That's not going anywhere.
No,
Whoa.
that's
Man.
that's an intense amount. Lucine, thank you so much for that. But you had.
I mean, that's.
Go ahead.
I think it's clearly an amount that warrants at least one random free item to somebody in the party.
Yeah.
I think that amount. I mean, I don't know how Lucy
Mogar gets a little bit
feels,
more clothes, maybe, you know?
but I mean,
Loincloth only.
Lily gets her a new ass sash.
Yeah, can
I might be
I gave you
player
my ass
reaching
sash.
here.
May
I might be
please have
player
a new
reaching
one?
here.
My
I'm just
butt
throwing
is
it out
cool.
there. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe maybe we get something out of
You know,
this.
it's the wildest thing. When it's your guys' birthdays, I actually go out of my way to give you something in-game. It's like an in-game birthday present. So, now that it's my birthday, I need you guys to give me something. I expect excellent roleplay all night
The
long.
joy of
I had my
cosplay.
birthday before we started. Can I just get like an extra something?
Have a half birthday.
I think.
We'll see. We'll see if I start tossing in some random loot. It could be. It could happen. It could happen.
Booty looty.
The booty looty. All right,
I
guys.
didn't get a spoon for my cheesecake.
You still have your rat up. Oh, are you?
I made this for you!
L-O-B-D, 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 L-O-B-D.
It's not Wednesday. I'm
Yeah.
so sorry. I had too much to drink. I'm so.
Yes.
She's like, why are you dressed like that? Like, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood tonight. Oh, it's Thursday. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh God.
That was the best.
If you're willing to do your wedding,
not our
in
sexy
cosplay,
roleplay
you're willing
day.
to have sex in cosplay, okay? But I know.
Who was that just now?
That was Winter Night Harry Dresden donated $50. It says
What?
LOB
No.
day, LOB day, LOB day, and that
Who was
person,
talking?
that was my wife.
Oh, your wife. Okay, I was
Yes.
like, where's that voice coming from? Spirit?
Yes, Spirit. That's my wife. So let's kick this off. Thank you so much, Winter Night Harry Dresden. I appreciate that, buddy. Thank you very much.
Why are you dressed that way? There's gonna be some wizardry here in the bedroom
I
later.
nearly spat out my tea.
Oh,
I cast the
I forgot to
hardening
get a
spell.
beverage. Oh,
Spell of
no. Oh, well.
I cast
That's
level
awesome.
7 eroticism.
I put
You
on my
strip naked.
I'm a necromancer and I've
What level
casted
is-
rigor mortis on my lower half.
What level is your charisma?
I put on my robe and wizard hat.
Expecto Patronads.
Erecto. Erecto Patronads.
Erecto Patronads.
My plus 10 penetration rod of wizardry is ready for penetrating.
Oh my goodness.
We're never gonna start. You guys ain't getting nothing tonight, just erotic roleplay.
Woman polish my wand. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Okay. All right. So
Okay,
let's get some focus. Here we go. Here we go.
Okay. All right.
We're in it. We're in it. So we left off with Nyx being covered by linen towels, trying to warm you up. The fire has been rekindled. The weather is not enjoyable, as you have recently experienced. Your hair is completely soaked. You are heavily saturated. Mogar is a little damp himself. As he's run outside, he found you. The hatchet has been dropped, so has the head of the wolf. Symarra, Cypress, and Solis, you were awakened, and you'll find Mogar running in. This is when you guys had seen the E scrivened onto her back.
So, here we go.
Well, I would immediately start running over to Nyx and tending to her wounds, or at least trying to figure out what is
And I look
wrong
just like
with
this.
her. With that same look on your face. I note to myself in my brain at how exaggerated she looks, even in death. Even in unconsciousness, how exaggerated everything she does is. Like, she can't even be unconscious without making a scene of it. Anyway, so do you want me to roll like heal or something? I just want to check to make sure that she is, your ABCs, airway, breathing, circulation. Like, I want to make sure she's all right. I want to assess Nyx.
Sure. Give me a heal check.
All right.
whilst he's doing that, I'm gonna like shut the door and put the wood thing back down so it's locked again. And just be like,
Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out what happened to me.
Mogar's gonna
you
place.
just rolled- you
Place
oh,
Nick
that's
down.
Selfish.
Oh, I took a nap.
You had a great nap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You did.
Is Nick's gonna be
All
on the
right.
back or in front? Like,
I think I would be on my front, right?
I just need to grab some water. Sorry.
Because like the wound, I would be on my front.
exactly. So we would tend
So
to.
you guys
lean
like just
forward.
like kind of like.
Or on your side. Or on your side.
okay.
Yeah,
so,
or on
like,
your side.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and get us started off
Yeah,
with a
let's see it.
kick-ass roll. Here we
Here we
go. Okay, that was not that kick-ass, but
It's pretty good though. It's
hopefully
pretty
that
good.
doesn't set the tone.
Looking over her, she seems like mentally aloof. She's there. Her eyes are there, but she's not really kind of registering a sight and or sound. You know, when you kind of snap in front of her, there's no immediate kickback. But you can see that she is alive. She's breathing. Everything seems to be fine, but she's very cold to the touch. It's a little
Like colder than what somebody normally would be, like outside.
even standing in the rain. Yes.
Okay, I immediately ask who has the Ouija board or the what you call it, the
What did we call that? Yeah.
what is it called? The little moving
Planchette.
thing.
The planchette.
The planchette, yes,
Yeah, the
yes,
planchette.
yes. I ask for that immediately. Who has that? Where is that at right now?
Wasn't
I-
that taken?
No.
That was taken from Karen.
No, 'cause
I don't know if that was ever resolved of who actually took it because it was kind of just chilling in the room with us.
Yeah, it was just like on the table, I think.
Yeah,
Right,
I think you guys just decided where you wanted to put it.
Yeah, because she didn't want us to take it, but we didn't want her to take it.
Right. So I think you probably left it in the study.
Okay, so I ask somebody to go to the study and retrieve it because I want to look through the planchette and see if I see anything attached to Nyx, like there was somebody attached to Bart. Like, see if she is possessed somehow and I can see it through that. So I asked somebody to go get that for me.
Okay, I'll like shuffling the room, and I don't really want to touch it, but I'm like,
Kick it.
Mogar's gonna be
Just-
just overlooking all this because again, he just saw what just happened, picked up Nyx and put her down. I'm guessing she's on a table at this point.
She's just been kind of standing on her feet in front of
Oh, she's
Kendra.
still.
Kendra's been like drying her off and getting her ready for a new gown.
Okay, so yeah, I'm just like overlooking on a little bit of a distance, like in the corner or whatever, just watching, just looking, collecting my thoughts of just what just happened and trying to understand.
And Solis is looking out of a window. Not knowing what the
You're
hell
just
is
like-
going on.
So I'm like,
Okay, no, he's standing point. He's trying to see if he
giving
sees anything.
Ello the planchette.
Who
I don't
did
want
you?
it.
Okay, Symarra, when you went to
want
the study to retrieve the planchette is missing.
Oh man, I knew that shit. Kendra,
Fucking
Karen,
Karen.
you fucking bitch, Karen, you fucking bitch.
Listen.
I know it's you.
She stashed it in her
Oh my
butt.
goodness.
Open it.
The
Real big
DH,
foreplay
you know,
over
the
here.
planchette is like worth like 4,000 gold.
So Symarra,
At
you
least.
when you return, he was immediately looking for that. He told you to retrieve it. What do you say to him?
I don't know where it is. It's not there. Did you, Karen? Kendra, do you know where it is? Because we need it. And Lily, Nyx.
Is Kendra here in the room with us?
Kendra has been drying off Nyx.
Yeah,
has
she's
been
still like.
it's like the one that like told you to put her down. With her being put down and she's the one that removed the gown from Nyx. This is where you guys saw the E scrivened on her back. So this is how you were able to see this. That she's been like drying her off at this point, trying to make sure that she's dry so you could get her warm. She asked one of you to relight the fire, and she'll be dropping a gown over the top of her. Cypress, this is likely when you would have stepped over, asking, you know, all of the important questions like, is she okay? Is she fine? Like, let's look at her breathing. Let's test everything. And Kendra was right next to you the entire time.
As soon as I am told that we don't have the planchette anymore, I look right to Kendra, like right at Kendra, and I try to determine if there's anything in her face, like I want to sense motive.
Sure, give
like
it to
I
me.
want to try to see if there's anything that kind of shows up on her.
Sure, give me sense motive.
Even though I don't have sense motive.
You can still use it. You can still use it untrained. Anybody else can either. I mean, if at this point, if Cypress
Let's all do it.
If Cypress is going to try to do something visibly available to each of you, I mean, he's turning for a reason.
Oh,
so.
I have sense motive.
Well, I died. Mogar just keeps looking at Kendra. That's all he does.
Are we all like super suspicious of Kendra now?
Cypress has been.
Oh, Cypress is really suspicious.
Cypress
I have been
yeah.
suspicious of her since the beginning.
I can't find my mouse, so I can't. Oh, there it is. I couldn't roll.
And I want to point out that even before we knew it was gone, I made a point to mention that she was holding on to it more than I thought it was suspicious.
Right. I just go up and smell her.
23 on my sense motive on Karen. Kendra Karen.
Goddamn Karen.
Carl.
Cypress, as you kind of immediately look to her, trying to see if there's anything like a flinching grin or like a suspicious blink, maybe some kind of nod to what you think that she might be concealing something. There's nothing. She's stoic in her resolve, and she looks to you as you're looking at her. Do you think I took it?
I go, oh, excuse me, I haven't done this voice in a while. Well, like, no, man, I just tend to stare sometimes. And I kind of just stare off a little bit again. And then I sort of shake my head and I just go right back to what I'm doing.
Solis just says, well, you do look a bit suspicious earlier. Where's the old man at?
What old man?
He's eating a cream egg.
What's his name?
Are you talking about Grimbrow or whatever his name is? Or what is it?
The older guy.
Yeah, he was like the priest guy?
He was a father, yes.
Yeah, where's he?
He's probably at home. Why would he be here at this hour?
Something's not right.
So Nick seems okay, right?
Oh yeah,
like,
I mean, she
for the
seems
most
okay.
part, she seems all right, but obviously still cold.
He's laughing.
And she's got that cut as well, but I don't know how.
How
I mean,
deep did that go?
The wound, it's a superficial wound. It's not something that's going to be lasting. If you were to just bandage her up overnight, it would probably scab over. If she digs at it, would likely leave a scar, but I don't see Nyx running around picking her scabs off.
Ew.
I mean,
I do. I immediately do.
Is Nyx the kind of person that peels a sunburn and puts in a pile? I think maybe.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Ooh,
all
a
right.
big one.
Yeah,
I need to get one of those
Like, guys, look at this one.
That's highlight of life is yeah, that's too much. All right, so yeah, you see that she doesn't really look shaken. She has the telltale signs of being asleep as well. You know, her eyes are a little heavy. She's not like fully there, but she's far more there than Nyx is at this point. Nyx is like she's stuck in the moment, like something has captured her vision.
I can just imagine Nyx's eyes like doing this weird thing that I like to do with the.
Can we do knowledge spellcraft? Because we know what type of spellness is. It's possession.
Tash, I fucking love you. You're getting there. You're doing it, girl. Hell yeah. Yes. Use some spellcraft. Figure out Nyx is possessed or some shit. I don't know.
What would you like to do? Spellcraft or knowledge arcana? One or the other.
I've got better on spellcraft.
Go for it. Give it a whirl.
So I mean, I don't really.
Turn her into a toad.
Let's go. What's Bravo.
That's not very good. That's not
It's
very
not
good.
very good.
We have a reroll, Luck.
Symarra like consistently has no idea about possession undead.
Reroll it.
Every
Do it.
time.
Do it again.
We're 2 follows away from a second reroll.
So go ahead and take it. We'll get those
Okay.
follows. Right, chat? Right.
And we're 3
Well,
steps away from another reroll.
Can I do an Arcana one instead?
So-
You can try.
How about I'm
can
going
try.
to try to spellcraft and sense myself, if that's cool.
Oh!
That's awesome!
That's
so freaking cool!
Sick!
Yes! I was waiting, okay. So I'll send you this.
What?
That's so dope.
Awesome!
That's so cool, man.
Yay!
Oh, man.
Bub's all feeling it in his heart now.
Happy birthday,
I wasn't
Bob!
expecting that. That's awesome.
That is so awesome.
Thank you. Oh, man. Yeah, go for it. Make
You
your
can
check.
try. So I forgot to do my booster thing from the professor, so it should be 2, not 1.
That was my spellcraft from Cypress, just to assess Nix's.
I'm gonna die.
Oh my god.
I like super don't know
Oh my
about
god.
Can I help? Because you know Mogar knows about the dead and shit.
Yeah, but you don't know anything about
Announced
spells
her
or
dead.
spellcraft or anything. I don't think you have any.
knows
I mean, you
about
might. I don't know your
it.
character, but
He knows more than we
I'm
do,
half-
apparently.
I'm half barbarian, half magician.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding.
He's fought against sorcerers. That's how he knows so much.
I've multi-classed into wizard and sorcerer with my barbarian.
Dude, a battle mage, man, going
Listen,
crazy.
when a wizard and a barbarian come together, they
Heads up.
kind of just create Mogar.
If you
In the
eat a
future-
sorcerer pie,
In the
you
future,
absorb their
there
power.
are 2 things to note. There is a cross class of a barbarian and a sorceress or wizard. They're called Rage Mage.
What? Yo, that's sick. I don't know if I want to be a rage mage for this
And
character right
there
now.
is an Unchained
Like a change.
Barbarian, which is updated barbarian rules, where you can choose an element, and if that element is afflicted to you, like if you chose fire, you literally become like Natsu from Fairy Tail, and you eat flame, and you can channel
Dude.
it into your attacks.
Why haven't you become this yet?
Yeah, we have to
good,
level up and
Mogar.
get experience, but yeah, that would be
You
Yeah.
sick.
could fart. You
Wait.
could fart flames.
What do
Dude,
I turn into?
And what will make it better? I want chat to make it. Like, when it happens, I want chat to choose. Chat, you make me.
We want you to shit lightning. It's better.
So excited. Symarra, you're going to fail on both accounts. Cypress,
Okay.
you fail as well.
I'm gonna say this as an aside. I don't know if she's okay. I don't know if she could be possessed. Oh, how do we know? Because
Nix, as you sit there slack-jawed with your eyes just kind of panning the horizon, you snap to. You realize after you blink a few times that you have most of your allies, your friends, standing right in front of you, and you're very cold.
Guys, I'm fucking cold!
okay, she's fine.
He's good.
And
Fire! Woo!
Now, Solis prepares her to be half dead. I'm just kidding. I love Nix. I'm actually happy she's alive.
Why are we in the foyer?
I go ahead and explain to Nix what exactly happened until she kind of just clicked now. And I also ask her, Nix, man, do you remember anything from, before when you were going to sleep? Did you see anything? Anything, man, will help us out here.
I remember reading a very saucy romance novel.
Oh god.
She was doing that. Yeah.
It's possessed!
No, that's about it though. Just remember my book and being all snug.
50 Shades of Ghosts. Okay, well, so she doesn't remember anything.
Where's the planchette again? We were on
We
it.
don't know.
Damn it.
The planchette is gone, and that's kind of the next. I want to make sure Nix
Who's
is
gone?
okay, and then I'm gonna go on to that.
Who's gone?
The planchette's gone. That really I mean, it was super expensive. I mean, it was made out of what you said, brass.
Yeah.
It was like a super expensive. So anybody could have stolen it. Like
Of course.
it had value to everyone, right?
That's a Mogar.
But-
Mogar don't care.
But not very many people even knew about its existence is the thing. There's only a handful of people that even could have known we had it, right? And it's pretty much centralized to us and Kendra. That's it. unless there's some kind of connection the item has, and this is me speaking out of character. This is not Cypress speaking. This is just me. If the item is connected in some way to another being, they could know where it's at, like at all times, kind of like a Horcrux or whatever, you know, like with Voldemort, he knows where they're at. But that's the only other way they could have known. I'm just throwing this out as information, like, especially for Solis, because he was in here. So, for DJ, I should say. So I don't know how the fucker's gone. Really, is what it comes down to. But it was.
How long was it in the house for? Or
not very long. I mean, since last night. I mean, since we were working on the bike, maybe like 8 hours, 10 hours.
Maybe. I think I'd say it's probably closer to like 6.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have not enough sleep for this.
So, yeah, I don't know how it could be missing, but I did tell you know, I let you know beforehand that I thought Kendra was really suspicious with it. She had picked it up and was holding on to it and everything, but I couldn't sense any motive. So I don't know what's going on, but that's just me talking. But Cypress is wanting to know what Nyx feels. What, you know, he's kind of looking over her wounds and everything and starting to bandage stuff. As long as you'll allow me, is Nyx going to allow Cypress to start like bandaging her and taking care of her? Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start doing that then. Oh, great and powerful DM.
Go for it.
Okay, cool. Do you want to just keep with the same heal roll, or do you want me to roll again?
You've shown your proficiency this entire time. I would assume that with as much time has been given, you would take your time doing this.
Okay, and I'm going to. So I'll do that for now, and I'll let us try to come up with some kind of conclusion to what the fuck is going on.
Okie doke.
Okay, so I guess since you're just gonna like bandage me up all up, Cypress, I'm just gonna like hold my hands up like I'm just gonna let you do it.
All right, fair enough. And by the way, I just want to throw it out there that Cypress could be any kind of person, but he's not a fucking pervert, and he's very professional. And he does it absolutely
dude, wait, you know
with character, and
you're probably just like flopping all out there for you to bandage my back.
I'm just saying, in this day and age, especially in D&D day and age, anything can happen, right? I just want you guys to know, outside character, Cypress is no pervert, man. He's not.
Not like
He's a
dude,
very
this is probably super uncomfortable, but Nyx don't give no fucks. Like titties.
Damn. But if there's one thing that we've learned, you don't show your titties for meatballs.
No, you're not.
No.
Well, I feel like we've all grown so close. I mean,
I bought a meatball Subway sandwich.
You may not show your
like,
boobs, but just show your ass.
I had underwear on.
Oh.
It's true.
They didn't exactly fit, but they were on.
So Cypress, did you want to express to Nyx that she has a letter that's been carved into her back, or did you just want to treat it as a wound?
No, I will let her know that there is an A on her back, but that I think I can do it.
No, it's an E, isn't
fix it. E. An E on her back, and that I can fix it, and that she shouldn't have any scarring, like she won't have a giant E on her back forever. Is it that superficial, or will it still scar, do you think?
I'd say that so long as nothing happens to it, then she should be fine.
That's ominous.
I could turn it into 2 squares if you want me to keep cutting. If you want just 2 squares on your back instead of an E.
Like an 8.
Like an 8, yeah. You just put an 8 on your
People
back.
will be like, what is that 8 for? It's how many people I've killed.
Is there a spell that we can cure?
My ass is at least an 8 out of 10.
Nah, I go to work doing everything I can to sort of prevent that. But as soon as I'm done, I want to sort of call over Solis.
Okay.
And Mogar. I want to, I just kind of wipe my hands and I tell Nyx that she should be good and just to kind of sit and rest for a second. And I ask Tash to kind of, tend to her, see if she can figure anything out about what might have happened. And then I want to pull Solis and Mogar's side. So whether you guys allow me to do that or not, it's totally up to you.
Of course, go right ahead.
Nyx,
can we still hear you?
Kendra
as we're like hugging intently.
Kendra is going to
not lesbians, but hugging
Kendra is going to
intently.
encourage that you sit nearest the fire. She thinks it's important that you should probably bring your temperature back up.
That's why I'm hugging her. Helping.
Body heat.
Fair. Then she's going to go stoke the flames.
I want to stay. I want to move far enough away from Kendra that she won't be able to hear us.
Sure, you got it.
It's Kendra who I'm worried about, not everybody else.
Okay, well, we'll shuffle a little bit closer to the fire.
Do you guys kind of go to the side with me?
Yeah. So let's walk over.
Hell yeah, I'll walk over.
Okay, I kind of huddle you guys over. I'm like, hey man, like, I don't know, everything's getting so crazy around here, dudes. I'm gonna need you guys. I'm gonna need a favor from both of you guys.
Yeah, shoot.
Listen, that planchette thing, man, it was worth a lot of money, man, but like nobody knew we had it and it's gone. And I kind of like look to the sides. I'm like, you think you guys could like look around the house and see if there's like a window or a door ajar or like, I don't know, man. Just, I know Mogar, you've got some really keen senses, bro. I've seen him, man. And also Solis, I've noticed, man, you're very clever. You're a very clever dude, man. So I don't know, maybe if you guys could just work together and see if there's any kind of something, any suspicious somebody could have been in here in the middle of the night, man, because we're not safe right now. I get a little louder when I say this, and if Kendra hears that part, then she hears that part.
I mean,
but
as an aside, the door was open when Lily disappeared. It was like wide open.
Because what happened was I woke up and the door was open. No, please tell me. From what I remember, when I woke up, the door was wide open. It was like a horror film. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I go and check outside. Bub told me, well, you can choose left or right. I chose go right. And when we went right, that was the bridge where she was standing. That is literally how it went from what I know. Bub, was that? Did
you tell me that? Did you like, are you explaining that to me like as Mogar? Like you woke up?
I was trying to explain that. I was trying to say that in the beginning, right when we started, that Mogar tells everybody what just happened when I walked inside with that. So you do know now. So yes, you do know.
Okay. Man, I didn't even think of that, man. Somebody could have just walked through the front door when Nyx went out. Damn. Well, maybe we should still look, man. Like we should still just double check.
All right, I'll check the library.
Or
the study, I should say. So Solis goes to the study.
Sure.
Silently. Trying so that Kendra doesn't notice.
Gotcha. That's fine. Give me a perception, please.
Let me see here.
Yeah, it's just a basic. I just basically Cypress just wants you guys to kind of just look around the house and see if there's any other breaking and entering, whatever.
Could I have a roll for wherever I'm looking? Because I'm going to be looking literally almost everywhere in the house with them. Like, I'm just going to look any part that I'm allowed to. And I know Solis is probably going to do the same too. Is there any kind of way
I would hope that you guys wouldn't split up. I would hope, this is just me talking, that you guys would go together and aid each other in your investigation. And that will help you guys as characters kind of bond a little bit too.
Cool. Oh, our characters room by room.
Yeah, you can carried around as cardboard for a while. You're fine.
So, Mogar, are you going with Solis?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
I'll go with.
Okay. Then you can assist here. Give me a perception, please.
Mine was poopy. Mine was poopy.
Remember, you guys do have access to 2 luck rerolls. 1 more follow, and you'll have a 3rd.
You guys think this is more important? Is this important? Oh,
boom.
Mogar, doing work.
Mogar's lit.
Doing work. Let's go with the.
I don't want to waste it. He hit it. So
sure, Solis, you begin looking around the room to try to see if anything is out of place, and you can see that the spirit board and box has been opened. The board is fine in place. All of the vials are good, and you'll notice that for sure the planchette is missing. Mogar, the moment that you enter the room, you start going into that like forest hunter mode, and as you kind of peer down and look, there actually is an impression in the rug. There is a slight boot impression in the room. It's a little large to be a woman's impression.
Seder, come here, come here. Look what I just see.
Solis runs over, gets close to the ground.
Mogar sees. And Mogar explains exactly what he sees, the impression.
This is very interesting. Not to jump to conclusions, but who would be fast enough? How long did it take for us to get from point A to point B when you went outside?
Not too long. I just looked around and I went outside.
So someone had to come in here, run past Kendra, not being noticed. Let's look for a window of something of some sort around here to make sure no one got in. Do we need another perception check for that or no?
No, you can just kind of look around at all of the windows to see if anything has been opened. Remember, windows at this point were not as common in these homes, but only for the wealthy. So there's not very many windows in this home itself, and as you peer around, you can see that all of them seem to be fine and still locked. Nothing out of place.
So what I would like to do as I look at this, you said it's a footprint or an impression that is not made by a woman.
It is a boot print that seems to be
a boot.
A little bit
So
larger.
it is a boot.
Yes.
Does anybody in our group have boots?
I mean,
maybe.
I have a boot. But
Can we have a perception roll or something like just to know? Just sure.
I actually
don't think so?
Solus, you don't. You
Oh yeah, I
have
have
boots.
boots. My bad.
You have boots.
That's right. You have cloven feet.
Never mind.
No, so it's none of us. So it is definitely someone else. That is something. Okay. Is there a way?
It's that damn police officer.
Does any of us have like a way to tell what, like, I don't know, like kind of trace these footprints to see like exactly like
what
info about it?
Because I'm like, supposed to be like a pretty good hunter. And I don't know why I don't have these things.
I mean, if
like
if
tracking,
if you know now that it is a boot, what you
but
wish
is there
to
a
do with
scent
that?
with it?
No, there's not. I mean, the rain is just strong enough at this point that it's washed away anything lingering.
There's only one boot print in it.
Yes.
Where is this? In the center of the floor?
It's close to the entry nearest the rug. So where the rug is.
One boot?
Just one.
That's cool.
Is there any one-legged spirit or anything of the sort, or any one-legged like killer that we know of?
We don't know much about the other killers, really.
What is the planchette? What is in it? I mean, what is it about?
The planchette is that, you know, when you use the Ouija board, that fucking the little triangle to use.
Oh,
Then it
so
goes in
that's
the
it. I got you.
So that's a planchette. That circle where the glass is. That's what she looked through, and she was able to see a spirit.
Oh,
So
well, Mogar, someone that wants this thing missing may not. We can't jump to conclusions that they want to sell it. Maybe they want to destroy it or not get found again. Because if Nick saw spirit on poor Bart, then what if they're just trying to get rid of it so we can't track spirits anymore?
you have good points, Satyr. You have good points.
I want to go back to Cypress and let him know about this. Maybe he should see this. That
And
would at
Bubby,
least.
their investigation of the entire home, is that all that's popped? Is that all they found, or just in that room? Would you like them to go to specific rooms, or can we just?
Because I was
do
about to say I wanted to go to a different spot while he went to go tell him that information.
Nothing seems out of place in any of the rooms. That is the only thing that is noteworthy.
Okay. Is there a way that I can check to see if there was any other footprints or any other impressions just like that throughout the hallway or anything like of the sort? Like, again, tracking? Just kind of like backtrack or something like that, or there's no such thing in this in this campaign, and it's cool. I'm just asking like in a kind of a detective way.
When you're kind of peering through the home, there is a substantial amount of feet prints, shoe prints around the door, but nothing that sort of strikes out of the norm because you guys have kind of been in and out, in and out, in and out. Sure. It's really, you know, like you feel like you've gotten enough at this point, or at least all that you're going to get.
Okay. So yeah, let's just go up to Cypress and we're going to inform him exactly what we found.
Okay. We walk back to Cypress. Cypress, if you wouldn't mind, can you come over here?
I I put down my weed cigarette and I walk over. I stop injecting my marijuanas and I walk over to Mogar and Solis.
Yes, so we found this, well, Mogar found this boot print. There's only one. It was near the box that the planchette was in. And I figured maybe they're not after money. Maybe they're after the fact that we could see spirits through the looking glass and Nick's spotted on Bart. Maybe they want to hide it. Maybe they want to destroy it or keep it away from us. Maybe it's holding some secrets.
I haven't even thought of that, man. That's a really good point. I figured because it's worth so much money that somebody would just take it for the gold. I didn't even consider anything else, man. But that, yeah, man, that makes a lot of sense. Can you show me where the footprint is, man?
Sure. Mogar?
Mogar then leads the way and takes it all the way to the room and shows Cypress exactly the boot impression. Like bends over and just shows exactly like, you know, the circumference, everything.
Sure, you got it. You show him the print.
I want to perceive the footprint specifically. I mean, I'm going to get down there. I'm going to smell, see if I smell any dirt, if I can identify where the dirt maybe came from. Is it wet because of the rain? Did they come in from outside? Is it, what direction is it pointed? You know, like I am wanting to investigate this fucking shoe print as best I can. So,
okay. All right.
You want me to perception with that? Or
yeah, actually, give me, you can see the print. Seeing the print further, it's not like you have additional focus, right? But you do see that there is something that has been blended in with soil amidst the open print. The shape of the boot itself, there is an arch in it. It's not just flat. There is a slight arch in it. And you can see that there's something else that has been kind of like weaved in with the mud.
Can I identify it? Do I understand what it is? Is it ash or mortar or
grave dirt?
It has a weird smell to it. It doesn't look like anything crazy. The only thing that seems to be left is about a taste test, to be honest.
Yeah, that's what I was about to do. Is just a very, very small, just to get a little bit of a.
Sure. Give me a knowledge nature, and I'll tell you what your taste test reveals to you.
Sure, I would love to do that.
It's gonna be poop.
Cypress,
15.
even or odd in your favor?
I'm gonna go with even.
Keep the change, you filthy
Even,
animal.
it is.
Yes.
Oh.
Damn, dude.
Very good, very good. You got it. It's actually tobacco.
What?
There is tobacco that has been weaved into the mud, like someone had stepped on crushed tobacco, and it was on their boot.
If anybody knows tobacco, it's Cypress.
Truth.
I tell everybody, hey man, there's some interesting wacky tobacco down here, and I kind of pick it up and get a little bit more taste. I try to ascertain, you know, like I almost try to seem like way more knowledgeable about it than I actually am. I try to ascertain where exactly this tobacco may have come from, but I have no fucking idea. But once I mention tobacco, Solis, do you know anything about tobacco?
What would that be under nature?
There are a couple of things that you can use. Knowledge local, knowledge nature.
I can roll that.
Yeah, knowledge local and nature. Let's run with that.
Oh, I don't have any pluses in that.
What
I can't
about
roll, can I?
praise?
You can.
Can Mogar help since he's in the room with them?
Tell me how you're gonna help.
I made this for you!
So he
I am
just
a man of my
explained that and asked for Solis's help, just in case Mogar can just intervene and be able to tell him exactly what he knows about tobacco, if anything.
Well, first and foremost, Shadow of Cosmos just donated $100.
What?
Chat.
Ooh, Shadow.
That's actually going to defeat the Bit Boss, and everyone in chat is going to get 4,000 reputation.
Does that mean that we also get another luck reroll?
Yes.
Not yet.
Come on, bro.
Wow.
They're on it, man. Like they're on it.
That's the big bucks.
They're working on this.
Ooh, goodness.
There, 4,000 rep to 148 viewers. You got it, guys.
I can.
That's a lot of rep. Okay. So, tell me how you're going to help, Mogar. Tell me how you're going to assist in this situation.
So, again, like I stated, Solis was just asked by Cypress, what does he know, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, what does he know about this wacky tobacco? So, I am going to, because Mogar, again, has traveled through multiple lands through foot and has, seen a lot. Possibly he could remember something through his travels from different people that have smoked around him. He's been to a lot of taverns. He's, again, nitty gritty, really hard ass, come on, you know what a barbarian goes to, all the barbaric places. People, to relieve stress, what do they do back then? They used to smoke tobacco, grow tobacco. That's what they had to relieve, besides kind of how it is today, alcohol and tobacco.
Sure.
So I would like to see if my knowledge, with my knowledge nature, because I do have knowledge nature, to see if I can be able to distinguish what this tobacco is as well to help.
You can try.
That's what I like to hear.
Every time I hear it now, I'm like,
You can try.
Yeah.
I would like to re-roll.
Okay, all right, go for it.
I'll take that.
Oh, damn. Oh, damn.
I'll take that. I know my travels, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, all right, so a couple of things here. First and foremost, Mogar, tobacco isn't just offered to everyone. It's a bit of a luxury, particularly in this day and age. Not everyone, unless they're a tobacco farmer, has access to tobacco. And this area, when you were coming in, it's not a great area to grow tobacco. This is more of like a place to farm for roots, ginger. Some of the drier vegetation would be here, but this is not really ripe for tobacco growth. You know that it would have to be imported in. It would probably be very expensive, and only those that were actively employed would use this as a way to stress relieve.
So Mogar informs this to Solis. Or does Solis already know about this?
No. When you say that, I'm just like, Well,
wait, what was the last part of that?
Somebody that's employed would
has to have money
to calm down. Right.
Okay.
What's the sheriff's name?
Gib.
So, while we were locked up in jail, did you ever notice Sheriff Gibb taking breaks or smoking anything or oral fixation of any type?
I believe he smoked cigarettes, didn't he? I don't know. Maybe. I'm just thinking out of character. Like,
what about Kirby Man?
Ask the DM if in your incarceration you guys would have noticed something like that.
Yeah,
because we were in there
for a long time.
Yeah, can we roll?
I'll give you an opportunity. I'll give you an opportunity to remember. If you would like to try to remember, it would be a D20 plus your wisdom modifier. This is a recollection.
Wisdom modifier, so that's wisdom and then...
Yes.
Oh my god, my wisdom is like super high. All right.
Okay.
I'm setting the DC at 14.
Oh, 14? I mean, mine is like... My wisdom is like 14.
No, the modifier, not the...
Oh,
correct.
So whatever the plus whatever.
No, it would be D20 plus 2 for you.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yep.
Yes.
You got me scared. I'm like plus 14. Damn.
Yeah, that would be insane. That would be...
He basically would be like an omnipresent being.
Yeah.
What's the biggest plus that everyone has?
There you go, dude.
That's much better. That's much better.
You know, I am quite the looker.
Wisdom and charisma are a little different, but yeah, we'll roll that. So, Solis, yeah, you do actually recall. You don't remember seeing him smoke, but you do remember Gib having that faint aura of tobacco on him, like he had smoked or he'd been around someone that had smoked.
Now, I've been around the way and I've smelled many things. Fine women. Men overcompensating. But Gibbs did smell quite like tobacco. If I do recall. I did get close to him. And Mogar, you should know. You stuck your finger down his throat. Yes, I do. I actually do recall the smell of this. Cypress, do you know what type of tobacco this is?
Do I, DM?
At this point, they didn't quite exactly have flavor. It's not like there's... I mean, if they did, it was limited to basic and one flavor at best.
Okay. So I just man, tobacco's tobacco, man. I don't really mess with stuff. It's bad for you, bro. And I pull out a joint and light it up and start smoking.
Of course.
Sticky icky.
No, man, I don't really deal with tobacco. I know its properties, man, and it's a beautiful plant. It helps a lot of people, but it's not for me, man.
Okay, let's say that Gibbs did come in here and take it. Does he have keys? Was the door locked? What entrance did he come in? That's the question. How is it only one boot print? Is there a secret way into this place that no one knows about? Maybe Kendra knows.
After Solis says that, I kind of go, oh yeah, I could check to see if there's any kind of like aura or anything. I want to roll spellcraft just to see if there's any kind of magic afoot, because clearly leaving one footprint is very strange. So there might have been some kind of magical means, but Cypress hadn't considered it until now. So I'm going to go ahead and roll spellcraft if you're okay with it.
I'm sorry, how big is the footprint?
I do feel like it is important to note that it is a man-sized footprint, but it's not an entire boot print on the floor. It looks like the only thing that seemed to remain is what little amount of mud was lurking around. At this point, he probably may have continued stepping, and there was nothing else on the boot to leave additional steps.
Okay. I'll give it a roll either way, and just...
How did he get
21, just in case it might,
Okay. You don't really think that, like, looking back through the hallway, there is some mud still that is there, and it seems to be increasing in amount as you get closer to the door, but it seems to decrease in amount the closer you get to the study.
Okay, so the front door, it looks like the front door is the entrance point then.
Correct.
Discerning. Okay, so guys, hey man, like, look at the mud, and I kind of I point out it's very, very hard to see, but I kind of walk them back to the door, showing the the increase of dirt, and I kind of decreased as he went in, assuming he went in. It could just be a large-footed Brianna-sized woman from Game of Thrones,
sure.
But Jesus. I explained, guys, I don't think it was anything magical. I think we just have somebody who's really, fleet of foot, man. Like, he was in and out. And I think he just took advantage of the situation. And as soon as I say that, I'm like, hey, maybe Nyx was just a distraction, man.
So you think he's in cahoots with someone?
Maybe, man. I don't know this stuff, and I raised it with my blunt or whatever, but like, it's making sense to me. Nyx was out there, right, man, and she was doing her fucking crazy thing, and Mogar, you busted out to go help her, man, and then like, she's totally fine, right? She didn't really no harm, no foul, right? But our fucking plan is gone, man. It's gone.
Well, let's think for a second.
It was a distraction.
We went to the crypt. There was Bart. Bart worked with Gibbs. He was just magically there. I mean, maybe not magically, but he followed us. Maybe Gibbs had been following us and watching us the whole time. There's a big connection with prisoners, and he's the security around here. He would have access to things.
Maybe Gibbs isn't the one, man. Maybe, I mean, you told me that you had just smelled it on him, right? You never saw him actually smoking it?
No, because he would leave for long periods of time.
And then he would come back, so you just assumed he smoked. Maybe he was just around somebody who smoked, man. Like, maybe that's what you smelled. I mean, we don't know it's Gibbs, but I think Gibbs is definitely our best point. But, I built up a little bit of a rapport with the apothecary, and maybe she would know of any tobacco in and out of here. She's just in town, man. I can talk to her. I just kind of sit there after I say that. I kind of just, I kind of sit there and really start to think about everything that's been happening. And I'm like, man, life is so weird, dude. Like, one minute I was out in the fucking woods with Tima, and we were just hanging out. It was just us, and now I've gotten to know you guys, and my buddy Petey's dead, and like, I just want you guys to know, man. And I put my hand on like both of your shoulders. Like, I'm glad that you guys are here, man, because like, I'm freaking out a little bit, dude. Like, life's crazy right now, man. You know what I mean?
Yes, clearly. Well, first things first, let's check on Nyx, so she's okay. We need to find that planchette no matter what.
You know what, man? I disagree. I think we need to chill. I think we need to chill, man. Like, this is too stressful, man. Like, come with me. I like beckon them to come with me into the main room, back to where Kendra and them are at.
Okay. Well, while he's following, Solis says, "But we have a spirit running around that can cause trouble." He just keeps walking.
He was always running around me. Can't say that now.
Mogar just follows them.
Okay. You step back into the main room. Kendra is nearest the hearth, and she seems to have brought some kind of light food in for the girls. Something to kind of put on Nyx's tummy, nearest the fire. Symarra is totally indulging because that's her style.
Yeah, I actually am. I'm sorry, my question.
They see you enter the room.
You guys, hold on. Never mind, because I was gonna ask, but we didn't know where they went anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and just explain everything that we investigated. The house as best we could. We didn't find anything magical. We did, however, find some like a faint footprint or footprint-like thing. It looks like it belonged to a male. It goes from the door. I just explained everything to them, and I also ask everybody that's in the room to sit down in a circle with me. You can choose if you want to or not, but I'm going to ask everybody to.
Sure, it is going.
Kendra's already sitting, and before everybody takes their spots after you've said that, she kind of looks up to you, Cypress. She's like, "But who would want the planchette? Who else would even know of its existence?"
Well, that's a good question, man, and one I intend to get into in just a moment.
Where's Bar?
Nyx just wiggles up into the circle like.
The Bart didn't die.
Bart has been left where he was.
Oh, what?
He's still.
Wasn't he in the study?
He is. Yes, he's in the study.
Oh, we didn't see him in the study when we were in there?
No, yeah, you had seen him. But...
Oh, okay. I didn't know if he was there or not.
He's of no consequence right now because he's just kind of resting and healing from having his face bashed in. So
I wasn't sure if he disappeared with the planchette because we hadn't really.
Yeah, because he would know about it, right?
Yeah.
So who's all sitting with me? Is anybody sitting with me besides
Mogar will be standing
Solis
here.
sits as well.
Mogar will be
Okay.
standing.
Looks like everyone.
Okay, I'm like, listen, everyone. I know this seems weird and it seems frivolous, but I think things have been so high stress. I think we just need to sit. I think we need to contemplate. And I think we need to figure out our next best move. And I've got the best thing for it, man. And I reach into my pocket and I pull out sort of, it looks a little bit different than what you guys have normally been seeing me kind of reach into my pockets. It seems like a pretty nice sort of, holder, basically. I kind of fold it open. It's almost like a leaf. And I'm like, listen, man, I have been growing this wonderful, wonderful plant for most of my life, okay, man? And this is, by and large, one of the most exquisite specimens I have ever harvested. And I hold up this blunt like this, and I'm like, I think we should all take a hit and relax and think about what we're gonna do next. Who the fuck is coming with me?
Mogar just so.
Nyx just kind of like looks at you, and she's like, "I don't think that would be a good idea."
I'm
For me.
press down.
Kendra leans in and she grabs the blunt from you and hits the tip of it to the fire that's burning behind her, and she'll take the first drag.
Karen, I like that, Karen. I mean, Kendra, excuse me. I like it.
You and Karen.
She releases that the first initial wave, and you just hear like that.
She's a natural.
And immediately
it's not gonna hit hard, man. It's gonna make you real high, but only be, man. And it's not gonna hit hard. It's a beautiful, beautiful harvest, man.
Solis goes to reach for it, but then he remembers the good berries. Don't want to be missing for a good bit, so I'm gonna back out and let everybody else hit it first, and then maybe once I see how the bowels are doing, I'll come back to it.
You don't trust me, man?
I mean, I
look at Solis, and I'm like, you can tell that from the way you're looking at me. Like, this is very important to me. Like, this is something I'm sharing with you guys, and you don't feel pressured to smoke weed. Okay, I am peer pressuring shit out of you. But you can tell that this is something that's important to me, and it would mean a lot. That's all. So
Solis looks around. Guys, I think we should all take a minute to chill. I mean, we've been going at it ever since we left the jail cell. So how about we just, even if it's a small one, Lord. Symarra, come over. Bring your crisp with you.
If you got the munchies now, man, you're gonna have crazy in a bit, Symarra.
I don't think
in fact, maybe you shouldn't smoke so that we can all get some food ourselves around here.
All right, Solis takes a small hit, but can't help to take more.
I pat him on the back while he's doing that. I'm like,
that is definitely harvested very well.
I bow my head a little bit, like, thank you. Who's next? Anybody?
Mogar just shakes his head.
Nix, I think you need it more than anyone after what happened.
I don't want to upset Cypress.
So bring your little.
Why would? But that's exactly it, man.
I don't want you to yell at me again.
I'm not Nix. I'm so. I look at Nix and I'm like, listen, man. I did not mean to upset you or to scare you. That was not my intent. That's not my heart, man. Like, I just wanted to make sure that we were being as safe as possible, because the guy's face was bashed in. His face is bashed in, man. Like, I had to say something, but I don't want you to think like I think of you poorly, because I don't. And you just been through a lot. I don't know. I don't want to press you, man. I just want you to feel
Will this make
relaxed.
me cool?
I mean, probably not, man, but it definitely will calm you down a little.
I just want you to like me.
Oh.
So she takes the blunt and she takes the hit. She's still crying and she hands it back to her. She's still holding it in and she's like.
Well, that's the totally wrong reasons to do it, man. I am glad that you took a hit. I'm like, he's like, man, Nix makes Cypress feel so weird. It's so fucking. Anyway, so you took a hit. All right. And I lean over to where and I put my hand on her shoulder. If she'll let me, she might recoil or something. But if she lets me, will you let me?
On Nix or who?
On Nix. Yes, Nix's shoulder. I reach out to put my hand on Nix's shoulder. I don't want to assume that you're just going to let me.
That?
I just don't want to assume that I'm just going to grab your shoulder, because your character has the choice to recoil or dodge it or whatever. So I'm giving you the option of allowing.
Oh yeah, no, you're fine.
But I am But I am trying to put my hand on. So I do, and I say, "Listen, Nix. I am one with you." And I look at her dead eye, like right into her eyes. I'm like, I am one with you.
Solis crawls over. I'm one with you too.
Like Nyx just looks at you both like back and forth, like the fuck.
Smoke.
She just like gulps really loudly. She's just like,
I grab the joint from you. I attempt to get the joint from you. I assume you won't stop me.
Yeah.
And I hold it over to Mogar. I'm like, friend, care to partake, man? And I hold it up to Mogar.
Mogar don't want.
That's a shame, man. I understand, and I won't pressure you.
I'll offer Mogar some of my potato chips.
Mogar.
I offer it then to Symarra.
Those are mine. This whole thing.
I think that I would like to not have that. Thank you.
Fair enough, man. And I take a hit, and I just kind of sit back, and I relax.
With the hen, so I'm like, I'm chill, but.
What other snacks are around?
She's just managed to bring out like bread and a few bits of fruit. She wasn't planning on making a meal at like 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm totally eating all the bread.
Okay, I got fruit. Okay, bye.
Kendra looks over to you, Cypress.
Piece of fruit, yeah. Go ahead.
So what's the point of this then? We've sat down, and whomever has it now is even further away than they were moments ago. Is there something that you were hoping to achieve with this?
Yes, man, there was something I was hoping to achieve. How about we don't fucking talk about undead or wolves or fucking possessions or, you know, like fucking hauntings, man, for like 2 fucking seconds. How about we just relax? Because I've found in my time, you know, that whenever I'm... And I kind of just stop for a second. I kind of look up. And I just kind of like seem to kind of lose myself for a second.
Cypress, hello, Cypress.
Oh yeah, man. What was I saying?
You said that you wanted to continue talking about the undead.
Yeah, of course I do. But here's the thing: is that my head's so cloudy, man, with everything. Like we've been through so much in just like a short amount of time, man. Like sometimes it's best to just retreat and gather your thoughts. And I think it's important that we all know what our next step is going to be, man. So I just kind of lean back and I kind of just let everybody think for a minute. I just want everybody to kind of just get inside their head and think about what's going on. And especially for Kendra, is there anything that Kendra would remember or anything that she would know about the wolf, or is there any kind of information that she might have now that she's just relaxed and she can kind of sit back that she might share with us or anything?
She sits back and she kind of chuckles to herself. Just this.
What's so funny, man? Like, what's that chuckle about?
This? You? All of you? This is... Bart? It's so
crazy, right, man? It's crazy!
Mogar would like to see what... Like, this is just for me knowing, like, I know Nyx was carrying a wolf head and a knife, correct?
Yeah.
We don't know... Do we know where the knife came from or what wolf?
Well, technically, it wasn't a knife. It was a hatchet.
A hatchet, okay.
Yes.
So the hatchet. Where does she get this said hatchet? Is there a way that we can, like, figure that out? Like, does she still have that said hatchet? Is it still outside? Is the wolf's head outside still at this point?
No.
Unless you go outside, you won't know.
So while they're discussing, Mogar, without anything, is just going to go outside. Like, he's going to walk. Everybody's probably going to freak out and be like, what the hell's going on? Mogar's trying to go walk and head towards the door so he can go and recollect the items.
Okay. Mogar removes the bar locking the door itself, and he'll step outside. He doesn't expect any kind of hold-up, anything like that, but he seems to disappear briefly. He's got that look in his eyes. It's a man on the mission kind of thing.
I'm kind of like peering around the door, but I'm not getting lit.
When
go ahead.
When he does this, you know, everybody kind of watches this happen, and she's like, "It's just so strange. Everything is strange. My father's passing is strange, and you all here, and Bart, it's just... This wasn't supposed to happen."
I'm sorry about everything, by the way, Kendra. You know, like, it must be very difficult to lose your father and, like, your lover. He's not gone. I mean, weren't you guys sort of involved a little bit, you and Bart? I mean...
No, not technically, no. We were...
Technically?
Technically, no. We were not.
Are we talking about terms here?
Because he was really infatuated with you.
I'm sorry, I might have misspoke.
Not happen?
Bart has always been infatuated with me.
So you have no feelings for the man?
We've been friends for so long, and I don't want to see him hurt. But
too late for that.
I'm afraid that we're just going two different paths.
Kendra, he expressed his anger about a man that you eloped with. Supposedly, it's none of my business, but...
How does he know about someone that I eloped with?
Are you married?
No, I'm not married.
No, the other elope. Maybe he was watching. I mean, I don't want to put thoughts in your head, but who was this man, if you don't mind sharing?
First and foremost, for you to assume that I had spent any amount of time in or out of the bedroom with anyone is crass and rude.
Sorry. It's probably the...
Secondly, I may have taken some time to learn of particular male anatomy when I was away at uni.
He answered exactly what Bart wanted to know.
Sensually or chopping up uppily?
Completely academic.
I'm sure. I'm so sure.
Listen, why does this even matter? This is nothing at all to do with my father's death or with what's happened to Bart.
Well, like you said, you guys were going down different paths, but like, what path are you going down, Kendra?
He's looking forward to being the next sheriff in this town, and Gibb's not going to pass away anytime soon. He's not going to metaphorically pass the torch, if you understand. He's going to be stuck a deputy for many years, and I'm leaving this hellhole.
You want a better man.
Yeah, but you don't think he would leave with you? You asked him.
He loves you. He did off everything.
The only thing that he has ever expressed when we were children was that he would be a sheriff of this town, and it's something that's very near and important to him. I don't expect him to abandon everything for me, but I'm not staying here.
Well, on the contrary, we had a little talk with Bart, and me and Bart have bonded on certain things. He wanted me to show how to plow, but anyway,
excuse me.
He did.
He is a very dirty man.
Well, I mean,
he wants to be
well,
practical.
The most important part is he's willing to
impress you with his penis.
What? Solis looks over at Nix. She's oh God. He did mention that he would drop everything for you. He says he knows he's not going to be sheriff at any point in time, and that he's giving that dream up for someone he loves.
Man, maybe we're telling her too much, man. Maybe Bart doesn't want her to know.
It's just gossip. We're all really good friends.
Bart wanted our help to, you know, become the man
Well, how are
for
you going
Kendra,
to help
and this
him?
is how we can make it happen.
How are you going to help him? What did you have in mind?
Bow chicka wow wow.
No. Nick.
Well, I'm not going to say exactly, but I think Bart was a little confused. I think he wants to know how to court you. Because he has feelings. Yeah, he has feelings for you for so long. You know, show you how much of a man he is. Well, not in that fashion.
That's what I've gathered.
That's how satyrs do it. But he's human. He's got emotions just like you. He seemed very troubled when he brought Nyx back. I have no idea what happened, but I could tell when someone's in love. And you do seem like you care for him a great bit too.
Well, I do. I don't want to see him hurt, but I don't know. I'm not sure. And he's a lovely person. We grew up together. And
history, I like it.
If this were to take off and go anywhere, then he would need to move away from this place. And he would have to seek some additional education. He didn't come from a wealthy family, and they couldn't afford the school taxes.
I'm just saying, I don't think after all of this he's gonna want to stay. I'm just saying.
And I feel like I should probably bring to note that you had said that he plans to impress me with his penis.
Oh,
I mean, what man doesn't want to impress you with his penis?
This is all schematics and
Every man wants
schematics,
to
man.
impress you with his penis. That's like penis this and penis that. It's all penis. Don't worry about it.
Kendra, do you like the guy or not?
Well,
Like,
of course I like
put aside
Bart.
all. Okay, but do you have feelings for him, man? Like,
No,
put
if I
aside
have-
all
I don't know if I
the.
have feelings for him.
You know, you try to act all proper sometimes, man, and I never seen a proper lady grab a joint so quickly and light it up so fast. I think you probably had more fun in
These
uni
are
than
stressful
you're.
times, are they not?
Damn right they are. I don't disagree with you, man. They're
Forgive me
super-
for trying to lighten the load.
Look, no. I think you're getting the wrong idea. We're happy that you lightened the load, so to speak. Speaking of which, you seem very, very good at taking it in. The blunt, that is. Do you know anyone that smokes tobacco or has access to it?
Sure, there are a few people in town that smoke tobacco, but why does that matter?
Well, you know,
I'm
Cypress,
looking at some. Yep.
Cypress here is a very, knowledgeable man of tobacco. Maybe he wants to get into, harvesting it of some sort. Right, Cypress? Solis gives him a really knowledgeable look.
I've been known to roll spliff here and there every now and then, and I just curious if anyone. We don't know these parts, man. It's just conversation.
Well, I would say you would probably have to speak with the. I wouldn't recommend it, but the sheriff. While he's detestable, he whittles cob pipes and he tries to make coin extra on the side.
How long has Mogar been gone at this point?
Mogar's probably been gone for a few minutes.
Okay. I'm starting to, I mean, when he walked out, Cypress wasn't concerned just because he figured he had to either use the bathroom or, whatever. It's not weird that he would get up and leave, especially since we're smoking all around him and he didn't want to participate, Right. But, I just want to make sure it hadn't been like an hour and we're like, where the fuck is Mogar at?
Probably
So, Mogar, what's going on with you?
Yeah. Let's tackle that. Mogar.
So, Mogar comes in, right?
Mogar, you go outside, my friend. The rain it's just pouring sheets. You step outside. Give me perception.
Let's do this. Mogar style.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mogar, it doesn't take you much. You are able to locate the hand axe. It was dropped nearest the... if you're looking on the map, it was dropped nearest the bridge down here. So I'm going to ping, pull everyone to it.
Ha!
It was dropped there. Along the way, you will also find the head of the wolf.
What color is the said wolf?
It's black.
It's black, just like the other one. Okay. How would I say it? Is it a gigantic? Is it a normal size wolf?
It's a normal sized wolf. Yeah.
It wasn't what she described being a giant wolf. Was the wolf giant from what she saw in the planchette, or was it a normal size
you
wolf?
got to remember
from the planchette?
Nyx is small. She's a small sized character.
Everything is huge.
A normal sized wolf is huge. She could ride a wolf into combat.
I'll have to ask her how big it is when I get back then. So, or it was when she saw through the planchette. Because I don't think she told us the exact size, right?
She just said it was huge.
Oh no, the wolf. No, okay, we're good. Never mind.
That was a big ass wolf.
Was it bigger than Mogar? Is what I have to ask her when I get there. So, okay. So when I grab these items, I'm just expecting, and I expect the wolf with you, and now I know what it is. The hatchet. Is there anything that I can, even the wolf? Is there anything that I can perceive or anything that I can roll for to see if I can find anything really quick in the rain?
You can try.
Let's bring out that freaking thing! Ta-da! Let's do this.
That's so cool, man.
Let's see a perception.
It's so tickly. I want to take it off.
Yeah, mine is going crazy.
Mogar. Even or odd.
Oh man. Wait, what was you right about?
This time.
You're gonna go odd this time?
I'm gonna go odd this time.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh god.
It's odd.
Yeah!
Mogar,
there's a brain.
You do see that the bridge, while it's used every day, and this rain has been doing a serious amount of damage on any kind of symbol or sign that you may see, the evidence points out that someone has recently used this bridge. There are heavy trodden mud prints.
Damn mud prints.
Boot prints, particularly.
Damn boots.
Do I know which direction it's heading?
Away from Kendra's home.
So towards M2, B, or R.
What is
even
that?
Q?
What's M2? What's M2? Oh, never mind. R is off the map. Okay.
Yeah.
What direction is R? The prison.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yo. This is getting good.
Shit, so it was heading towards the prison.
You're not sure. You just know that it's heading away from Kendra's home, and there are a number of places that could lead to. Remember, there is a covered bridge that goes across the river. There is M2. There's Q. If you can also recall, down here, there is O, which is where the statue was, the memorial.
So Mogar, if he can, he's understanding, because again, he has survival. He has a lot of things that he knows right now.
Sure.
What he would like to do is, could he step a little bit forward towards B, where the fork in the road, to see if there is any kind of footprints that may lead towards another spot before going back to his team at N, where it's the house.
This is challenging, but yes, you can try.
Wait, before he does it, can one of us run outside to go check on him since we're worried?
Negative. This is all of the talking that you've had with Kendra up to this point. It's going on like this is happening simultaneously.
Okay. Oh, got you.
I just want to make things a little bit more trickier, a little things more, because we're playing everything, safe. Let's get a little trickier.
Don't get spirit on out.
Yeah, exactly. That brought a lot of things happening.
I need some action. I haven't had it.
How would I like to try? How would I try? Do I need a perception roll?
If you'd like to, yes.
Okay.
Be safe but risky also.
I'll take it.
Okay.
It's pretty good. I set the DC at 16, so you beat it by 1. There are, in fact, tracks that have sunk deep into the mud. Not near the road. The road itself seems to be trodden with soil and some stone alike. But away from the road, going through this field, so in this destination, you're at B.
I see
and here is where you've managed to find the footprints.
So like he was walking towards OQ in those fields, maybe even like diagonal or adjacent to like R as well. So he's kind of like going down the river almost.
Correct.
So from now that I understand and I'm seeing this, and I do not want to go any further, I would like to go back to the team and inform them exactly what I saw and be able to literally insist that at least some of us go, some of us can stay back, because Nick, she just got hurt. Well, she needs to be able to stay back, I believe. But I would like to go back and insist this.
Okay. By the time you charge back to Kendra's home, the moment that you enter into the door, you will see that they are still gathered around each other, but it appears that they're having a bit more of a conversation about a penis. You actually, like, barge back into the room. It's like, something penis.
Well, I'll say to us, no.
So I just open up the door.
But, you know, I'm living well.
Enough about your penises!
Well, I mean,
Mogar has found something. Come with me. We just need some. I don't need everyone next. You stay here. Come.
I don't want to stay by myself. Don't leave me by myself.
Solis gets up in a hurry because he sees how serious Mogar is, and he hadn't seen this in a while. He runs to Mogar's side.
Yeah, same here. But I think everybody should come.
Yeah, I want to come too.
We don't need her to be.
He doesn't want to be off by himself.
I have a question. Is Nyx physically hit points hurt from this?
No. She took one. She took 1 point.
Okay. 1 point too many.
I can't tell. I'm at this point when I told you guys to come. At the same time, I'm turning around and starting head to back outside. So whoever comes, even though.
Yeah. Mogar charges in. Enough about your dicks. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So, hopefully you guys are following me. While you guys are saying this, while you guys are here, hopefully you guys are getting a little closer, if you would like to. I'm going to be saying out loud what I have seen. And I'm going to be like leading like, do you remember the footprints inside this? Like loud. And while walking with them, if they're behind me, well, I think I have found the same footprints where I saw them.
Calm down. Slow down. Mud. Footprints. Okay, yes. Take us to the area. Footprints are the same in the house?
By the time we get to the bridge, he just points at the freaking at the boot. At the boot prints. Just.
I look at it. Can I confirm that like there is a pattern?
Yeah, you can see that it's definitely about the same size. You can even see flakes of what looks to be tobacco inside of the print.
I literally like slap my forehead and I'm like, man, why didn't I even think to come out here and look out here, man? So dumb sometimes. And I'm like, you can see that like Cypress is like reeling at his stupidity because he did not come out here and just investigate the fucking site. But in the same moment, he looks over at Mogar and he's like, hey man, this is a great find, man. Like way to go. What else?
As you say that, you're gonna hear the trotting from behind the.
I was thinking,
and
like,
that's when Tima comes up.
Who?
I love that.
Hey girl, hey.
Tima.
Hold on. I like walk up to Tima. Man, I haven't even asked you if you've seen anything, Tima. Like,
is it dark, by the way?
Oh yeah, it's like 2:30 in the morning.
I have a lantern. Will they give us better?
I have my hat.
Will they give us better like perception or vision of what's going on?
It will help. Yeah, like right now you're being guided by moonlight, right? Like that's how you guys are moving, and you don't need it, Solis. Like you don't need the lantern, but you know that Cypress needs it. That Nyx probably needs it. Maybe even Symarra.
Right, because we can see. Would you like some more lights, Cypress, so you can look closer at this, find out where these trucks are going?
Who are you asking?
Cypress.
Oh, at this point, Cypress has turned around and he's dealing with Tima right now. Like he's not even paying attention to anything else.
Oh, okay.
So sorry. Like he's just he's like told God about Tima and all the excitement and everything, and he's kind of talking to her and trying to figure out if she saw anything. Because she was outside, he just is forgetful and forgot about Tima, which is horrible.
Tima, she just leans up against you and she knocks under your arm and she takes a few steps closest to the bridge, sort of like kind of giving you the go-to that she did see someone across the bridge.
She did see some. Okay.
At least that's the impression I'm getting.
Can she have scent? She has scent, right?
That's what I'm about to say. It depends entirely on like the description of what how bonded I am with my animal. Could I command her to sort of sniff it out and lead us like a dog would?
It would
like,
be incredibly
would I be able to
challenging.
do that?
Remember, the rain is coming down very hard.
True. This is very true. Okay. Well, if anything, and this is just me talking, Ellohime, if anything, we have like sort of an eyewitness. I think Tima can at least go, hey, that's the guy, or looks like the guy. She can get excited, but I don't think that Tima's going to be able to like lead us or give us any more information, really. So I just kind of pat her on the head and I say, well, that's a good girl, and you've been so patient, and you've been so accommodating. I know this isn't our normal thing, man. And I'm just kind of like cuddling up to her and kind of giving her some love and everything, and just letting her know that I've been really wrapped up in what I've been doing, and I haven't showed her much attention, and that I still care about her. I love her. That's all I'm doing.
Good. It's always good to do that. So who's taking point?
Good pet on her.
So
I think Mogar.
Yeah, exactly. I was just catching up. So, as you guys are discussing this, Mogar, I guess we're all now going to be walking since we're finishing from the bridge. So I'm going to be leading and showing you guys what I saw. I'm going to head to B and point right here and say,
Mogar stopped right here before I came back. I didn't want to go too far and something happens. As you guys can see, this is a field, and there's the tracks leading forward. Would you guys like to go with me and see what's going on?
So Solis takes a moment and says, a field. I wonder what kind of field it is. I wonder what they grow there. Is this almost to the spot where we spotted the lamb and the statue?
Close. It is close.
It's in that direction?
Yes.
So this is all starting to kind of make sense here. If you can sense spirits, and these locations are getting very, very close, and isn't the prison further down the road? Maybe we're onto something here. Mogar, I think you should keep leading the way. We'll follow.
So Mogar continues, and hopefully everyone's about with me. I'm gonna not run, but I'm gonna start slowly looking at the floor and above, back and forth.
Sure.
And looking at the tracks and seeing if I can find and perceive. If you would like to have me roll and have everybody roll, let's go. Let's go.
I think at this point, yeah, Mogar, I think you're kind of leading the pack down the tracks that you found, but I think we're all kind of together on this at this point. Like
more. Let's go. More.
Mogar continues leading the charge. He crosses the field, and it looks almost as if the tracks take a turn. Less in the direction of O, and after you've crossed the field, it seems like it harkens to Q.
Really? Q. What? So what is Q again? It was that dude's house. It's the farmer! Oh, let's go!
Oh, the one that Cypress met?
The one that his lamb got slaughtered.
This isn't. This is not. No, this is not that person.
Oh.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Q is not where this lamb was slaughtered?
Correct.
Are you sure, DM?
I'm positive.
Yeah. Who lives at Q?
Kendra's not with you. She didn't go outside in the rain.
Kendra's chilling out next to the
But I mean, did you tell us what Q was during the whole entire map explanation?
No.
Really?
Did we?
I could have swore that was the farmer's house where the lamb was dragged out.
Negative.
But okay, if I'm wrong,
No,
okay,
it's
that's
DM.
fine.
We didn't go to the house because.
So let's freaking go. So Mogar looks at the tracks and sees that it's turning and it's leading towards the house at Q. Mogar looks up and says, "There's a house above." And then
Solis stops in front. Wait, before we make any kind of assumptions or jump to anything, we need to like find out who lives there before we go bashing on their door, even kicking it in.
And just to be clear, the tracks are going that direction, right? They're not actually like going up to the door, right? Like, are they actually going inside?
So far, you haven't made it to the front of the home yet.
We gotta walk towards that
let's
direction.
keep following the tracks. Yeah.
Mogar,
I just couldn't remind Mogar. I'm like, hey man, I know you're like, but let's Like Solis said, let's not jump to conclusions.
He just barges through that poor person's like, front door.
Boom! And then they're like,
like they're trying to have like whatever, like just sleep or maybe like a midnight
It's
snack.
that fucker that killed the sheep earlier.
Mogar, you round the home and the tracks lead up to the door.
Okay. Go for it. You say that.
Oh no, Mogar literally states exactly what DM said, so Mogar sees foot tracks all the way to door.
Alright, now. So Solis thinks, I think the fastest one of us needs to go back and talk to Kendra and find out whose house this is before we do anything rash. Because this can
We have no time for this. There may be
Mogar,
another time.
Give me a perception.
Well, that's happening.
Actually,
well,
all
that's
of
happening.
You, all of you give me a perception.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's happening. I looked at Solis and I'm like, hey man, like, maybe we shouldn't tell Kendra so soon.
Okay.
Shit, that's not good.
3 plus 3.
Everyone can roll though, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's okay.
Bug right now.
So.
Oh,
yes.
Solis.
Oh yay!
I'm gonna re-roll that.
Okay.
9.
Nat 1.
Because fuck that.
Plus you had a slash on
That's
there.
much better. That's much better. Cypress, Solis, and Symarra. Each of you will hear, roughly at about the time after the thunder cracks and begins to roll off Tremello, you hear a thumping on the wall of this ramshackled building, this dilapidated shack. You hear a...
Did you hear that? There's either spirits having sex or something's in there.
What if they need help? What if they're evil?
Let's
This
go.
is the ramshack shack. I say we go ahead and investigate. We have nothing to lose now.
No.
The pattern continues.
I whistle to Tima, and she should know that I'm telling her to circle the house, like get on the other side of the house.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
And she does. We just hit 260 subs, so that is a fourth. That is a fourth luck reroll.
I love it. Thank you, Natalie.
Good job.
So, can Mogar start? At this time, Mogar, because he always is equipped, has his axe with him on his back. Is it okay if I can have it out and start pulling it out?
Totally. Yeah.
Okay. So Mogar is going to start drawing out because he's in the front of the line, and then he's gonna start walking slowly up. And hopefully, if anybody wants to follow.
Is there anything
Yeah,
like
as soon as
about-
I see Mogar brandish a weapon, right there.
Is it
Whip out
kind
my
of,
bow and arrow finally.
Go ahead,
Is there
Symarra.
anything identifying about the house? Like, is there anything on the outside? Is there any furniture?
Yeah.
Or
What are we
Actually-
looking
anything
at?
hanging around? Like some people
Actually,
with
yeah.
dry herbs outside.
From the front of the door, there appears to be what looks like long spikes or nails that have been driven through the door itself, and there are corn cobs that are hanging off of the door.
Yeah, they do brujeria. They're ready to go.
Children
Let's
of
go.
the corn.
Yep.
Like bird feeder corn cobs?
No, these are actually they've been whittled down from corn cobs to be
so
pipes.
ritual.
Give whittles.
Would I have recognized what this might signify or
Can we
symbolize?
roll nature?
It's
Can we roll
it's
nature?
a corn cob pipe.
What do you mean by pipe?
Like smoking from a pipe. It's a corn cob pipe. There are
A
three
bunch
of
of.
them that are hanging from nails from the door. They've been cored and whittled, and they're drying out.
I mean,
Or they were drying out until the rain.
she said that Gibbs
Okay.
sells tobacco stuff on the side, so I think it's Gibbs' house.
His
I
house.
have no idea.
His shack.
I don't know.
Ooh, so what we're gonna do is Mogar. I guess. Do we want to do it like a
Technically,
sneaky way, or do we want
Mogar-
to do a barbaric way?
Mogar doesn't know about Gibbs' side job.
Oh,
Yeah, he
you
Give
left?
me Gibbs' side job.
Mogar
Yeah,
went
Mogar
outside.
wasn't with us
Gibbs'
when we
side job,
Okay,
as they
well,
were
can I have
informed.
said that out loud? Like, the whittling,
You can if you'd like.
the whittling, is this, do they look like pipes to you guys? I don't know.
I have no idea.
Oh, those are pipes for sure, man. I know.
Said that Gib whittles and sells pipes on the side, so feel like this could be awkward.
How about this, Daniel? Right now, what is Mogar feeling right now? It seems like he's excited. It seems like he's like ready. You seem very.
I wouldn't say I'm 100% ready to bust through. It's just right now. This is 100% what I'm feeling.
Hey,
what happened with Nyx? Like what happened with Nyx?
It's fueling it.
What's going on? We're finding these footprints. We found exactly where it is. My adrenaline is pumping. Hopefully, everyone else's adrenaline is pumping. This is something that we can finally find a piece of. One, the planchette, so we can continue. Two, the spirit, if there was a spirit, or maybe the guy did it. So it's just all that's rushing through my head at the same time. So what would you do?
Fucking bust that door down.
Yeah, do it, man.
Yeah, just
fucking bust it down. Like you're ready to go. Listen, you're Mogar, motherfucker. All right. Don't take Daniel time to go. Is this gonna be good for my team? You are fucking Mogar. You go bust that fucker down.
All right, then fucking shit up. Just Mogar says,
Sure.
Solis grabs his arrows and bows.
Mogar, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Like in this moment, you probably even turned on your state of rage as you just heel plant the door, you kick it right off of its hinges. As this happens, the door falls into this very small shack, and the door's open. What do you do, Mogar? Do you charge in screaming? Do you wait? What do you do?
Do you sling your axe?
No. Mogar does definitely charge in, run in, but at the same time with his axe ready to go. But not like going to swing, just ready to go in any kind of guard position or attack position. Because again, he's been trained in battle. He's ready, so he's ready. He's in a stance.
Okay. And with that, we're going to take our first break.
We're
going to take our first break, guys. When we return from our break in about 5 minutes, we'll tell you what happens at Gibbs' shack. The sheriff of Ravengrove.
Ooh, I knew it. I knew it was that bastard.
Crap. This is why I didn't want to do it, because then he's going to be like,
hey, it doesn't hurt you. Ain't like you. It's fine. I'm just going to go.
Yeah, I know, right?
Fuck that guy.
We'll be right back, guys.